kilang besar yang mengeluarkan barangan murah yang kita berharap boleh jual secara tukar di negara-negara lain. Kerana kita terpaksa bersaing dengan Vietnam, dengan Indonesia, India yang kosnya lebih murah. Because of that, we are at a stage in our economic cycle where we have to upgrade to more value-added products and services which only SMEs can add value efficiently. Sebab itu dasar-dasar kerajaan perlulah dipindahkan supaya tumpuan insentif ini diberikan lebih banyak kepada SME bukannya kepada syarikat-syarikat besar. Ini termasuklah kita kena merombak kembali seluruh pendekatan percukaian kita. Our tax approach, especially corporate tax, is very much inherited from the days where we had to attract foreign direct investments. So we had pioneer status where you don't have to pay tax. We have accelerated capital allowances, all sorts of incentives given to huge corporations which after 5 or 6 years operating in Malaysia, because of very efficient tax planning, they ended up not paying sometimes a single cent of tax. Banyak insentif-insentif yang disediakan sekarang ini tidak dapat dinikmati oleh syarikat-syarikat kecil, industri kecil dan sederhana. Kerana insentif ini hanyalah untuk perniagaan-perniagaan besar. Pakatan Rakyat menjanjikan satu rombakan besar-besaran dari segi pendekatan percukaian kita supaya insentif ini kita tumpukan kepada syarikat-syarikat industri kecil dan sederhana supaya syarikat ini yang besar bukan syarikat-syarikat yang besar. Dan akhir sekali saya ingin sentuh tentang peranan GLC, the role of GLCs in our economy. We have made it very clear that it is not the role and place of the government to compete in an economy. Therefore, it is not the role of the Malaysian government through its subsidiaries and thousands of subsidiary companies to dabble in any small business. For example, kenapalah contohnya jabatan-jabatan kerajaan ataupun GLC perlu menumpukan GLC untuk berniaga keripik pisang? You don't need that actually. Leave that kind of small businesses to the real entrepreneur because the size and the skill of that kind of enterprise suits the small enterprise. Di bawah Pakatan Rakyat, we will ensure that GLCs are streamlined so that they only concentrate on strategic and national importance areas of the economy. That may include utilities, that may include projects of special scale and special importance in terms of size, oil and gas, for example, and such economic areas which is beyond your normal small and medium enterprises. We will make sure that GLCs withdraw from this kind of economic activities so that we leave the space as wide as possible to the genuine entrepreneurs to compete fair and square in an open economy. Dan untuk memastikan bahawa kita melahirkan lebih ramai usahawan, terutamanya usahawan bumi putra, we will make sure that those small companies that currently are owned by government, the GLCs that are not of strategic importance, we will allow these to go through a management buyout exercise supaya kita memulangkan syarikat-syarikat ini ke tangan rakyat. And if, for example, the present management of such GLCs are capable, are proven with track record that they can manage and take equity in those companies, the government will allow as much opportunity and support so that we will hive off as many of these companies through management buyout. So if we do this, hopefully, we should be able to restructure the economy, remove the impediments, and inject as much competition as possible into the economy by renewing the GLCs, by making sure the playing field is level, and hopefully within 5 years, I'm very confident not only we will reach 7% growth every year, we should be able to lower the deficit to 2 or 3 within the end of the first term of Pakatan Rakyat Federal.